Let's go.
What is up, YouTube? Adolf here, bringing you another Pokemon Black 2 White 2 Showdown battle, and this is a Little Cup match against Not a Stoner. I decided to bring a couple of Pokemon that are quad weak to certain moves, and other Pokemon that benefited from getting hit by those moves. A pretty common strategy, but I stole this team kind of from Mudpoop, who's an opponent I battled probably 2 or 3 battles ago, and NU. So yeah, figured I'd give his strategy a shot. I'm going to lead off with my Chinchou, and he's going to lead off with his Bulbasaur, and I'm going to switch out Fear and the Grass type move, and he's going to go for it as I go into my Choice Scarf Deerling with Sap Sipper. So I get +1 in attack, and I'm going to go for the safe return on his Bulbasaur as he brings in his Bronzor. It does next to nothing, so I'm going to be forced out into my Wingull because I think that a Scald will probably end up doing more. And I also don't think that he has anything to hit my Wingull with. Usually they only carry a Steel type move and Earthquake. I don't really know. But he's going to go for Stealth Rock, and my Scald doesn't really do all that much. So I'm going to switch out into my Chinchou to get the Heal Bell off. So go ahead and I do that, but his Tentacruel starts setting up Toxic Spikes, which this team does not particularly appreciate. I don't have a Spinner, I don't have a Poison type, so those are up to stay, as are his Rocks. Mauling my Seagull and my Fire Dog, I'm going to send my Wingull back in. I don't think his Tentacruel will have all that much to touch me. He just goes for knockoff, knocks off my Life Orb. I don't mind it all that much. I mean, it does take the sting off of my attacks, but it means that at the end of every turn I end up gaining health because of Rain Dish. So I don't mind that so much. I'm going to kill off his Tentacool with a crit, which definitely mattered. But he's going to send in his Archon, probably thinking he outspeeds. Wingull isn't that common of a Pokemon in LC, so a lot of people don't know how incredibly fast it is. He's going to send in his Bulbasaur, and I'm going to stay in and go for the Ice Beam, but honestly, I think that he's Scarfed. He goes for Sleep Powder, he switches out. He's faster than my Wingull, definitely Scarfed. So I'm going to leave in my Wingull, try and wake up, but it doesn't happen. And I'm going to switch out on his Wooper, thinking that he might try and set up. And I also have Hidden Power Grass on my Chinchou. But he double switches out into his Bronzor, which I don't mind so much. I'm just going to go for the Volt Switch, get some more damage up on his Bronzor. And he's going to go for the Earthquake, and I predict that Earthquake and go out into my Wingull. And here I'm just going to choose to leave my Wingull in either as fodder, hoping that he might wake up, and thinking that he probably doesn't have anything to hit me with. But he reveals that he has Flash Cannon, which does a decent amount. It does enough to 2-way KO me, and I don't wake up, so there goes Wingull. I'm going to bring in my Omanyte, and I'm really defensive, so I'm going to start setting up my hazards in his face. I don't mind so much if my Omanyte dies. I just need to get rocks up to do some prior damage to that Houndour, and that's basically the only reason. So I'm going to send in my own Houndour, and I'm going to threaten him out with the Fire-type move, but I'm not going to go for it, seeing as his Houndour is incredibly obvious, and I don't particularly want to be giving it a Flash Fire boost. So I'm going to kill him off with Dark Pulse, and he's going to bring in his Wooper. And since Rocks and Toxic Spikes and all that fun stuff is up, and I have Life Orb, I'm not going to want to switch out my Houndour. I'm just going to do as much damage with Dark Pulse as possible, as he just kills me off with Earthquake. Also didn't want him to set up, so figured I'd just leave in Houndour to die. And I'm going to threaten him out with the Grass-type move, but I'm not going to go for it again because his 2 remaining Pokemon now resist Grass. And here I'm not entirely sure if I will KO with Return, and I'm not sure if he's Choice. I don't actually know if Deerling outspeeds Houndour. Little Cup is probably my weakest tier. Also, I'm just going to predict the Fire Blast in any case, and I'm going to go out to my Chinchou. But he reveals that he's Protect. And he's probably just trying to stack up toxic damage, see what I'm going to go for. And also, he doesn't know what item I'm holding. That's an Eviolite Chinchou. But it doesn't matter. It dies. I'm going to send in my Axew, and I'm going to predict the Protect. And I also don't think that he has anything to one-shot me. So I'm just going to go for the Dragon Dance. And since he went for Protect, it's pretty much game over. He also doesn't even go for Sucker Punch on that turn, probably predicting another Dragon Dance. But, yep, I'm just going to kill him off with Dragon Claw. I didn't really want to mess around with Outrage and Protect and all that business, so just went for Dragon Claw. I knew it would kill. and he's going to bring his Bulbasaur, and I'm faster. I'm going to be able to kill him off without rage. So good game. Not a stoner. If you guys want to see more Little Cup, comment, rate, sub, and goodbye.